EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Always a treat to be in Scotland, Frank, and at one of the oldest golf clubs in the world, Royal Troon.
It's getting close to 150 years old. It was first established all the way back in 1878. Actually, the original golf course only had 5 holes on it. But over the Open Championship roster, this has probably been the most successful, or provided the most success to American players. The last 6 Open Championship winners were all American.
Has one of the most famous holes in all of major championship golf, the 123-yard par 3 8th. It's known as the postage stamp, and one of the legends had a really nice moment there many years ago.
The late Gene Sarazen, the Squire, he had a little ace there, all televised too, and it was a great way to remember his phenomenal career. Oh, if this is up, it's good. That's an absolute beauty.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Locked in on the read and the speed. 1 under early in the round. He has this putt for birdie. Has the putt, and now at -1. Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards that has to be avoided. Only the long hitters or perhaps the wind behind your back is the reason to take that bunker on. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 1923. What was first prize then?
A mere 75 pounds, so that equates to about $150 US. And just to give you an idea, the last time they played there, Rich, was back in 2004 when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els. He got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but every player would tell you, Frank, it is still all about that claret jug.
It is, and that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Good-looking shot right here. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
The incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Second shot. Good look at the green. This won't hurt him. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. So, 2 under early on. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction, 2 under par. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the 3rd. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
So in the early going, already -3. Hole number 4, Frank, can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dogleg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
No troubles there. Right in the fairway here at the 4th.
What a great shot.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Second shot.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. Bang! Has it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. How about that? 4 under par. On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. There's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm is good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart decision making as well.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now.
This looks like it's going to find the target. It's at sneaky distance.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now his third, staring right at the green. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, we're moving inland now, and what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right. Ideally, just a little cut off the tee. I'm loving that balance.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really use this one. It's for birdie. On fire right now. 7 under par. Clean this up with a tap. In for birdie. Back to the action here as we get ready to tee off at the par 3 8th.
There are 5 bunkers surround this green that's perched up. The 2 really to avoid are on the right side. They're incredibly deep pot bunkers.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. This is a nice little 135-yard shot. And getting ready for the putt. Man,
just pushed it.
Well, that hurts. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Under par, good around. Just a couple of feet. And drops it in. Frank, the ninth hole, 423 yards, not especially long by today's standard. You looking to make birdie here, or you happy to make a par and move on to the back nine?
Well, there's certainly a chance for birdie. One of the hardest things about the ninth is the raised green. And it's sort of, there's two tiers here, just the top level. If that pin is on the top level, then you would certainly walk away with 4 very happily.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my eye.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close, and then knock in the birdie. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. That is 9 under for the day. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Here we go.
It's at sneaky distance.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Good roll, solid. That's a par. 8-foot putt here.
Well into red figures at 9 under for the round.
Frank, please tell me that I'm not supposed to aim at the gorse on the left side here at 11.
Oh, yes, you do, Rich, but you better keep that ball in the air, and it better stay in the air for a long time. That's the line to the fairway. This is a long par 4.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Second shot.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good looking shot right here. Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He'll need to be strong with this. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Could use this one. This is for par. They'll take it. That's a par. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway?
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This one has a chance to be close.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
From about 8 feet. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Frank, on paper, 13 seems pretty straightforward, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, very stringent tee shot. Gorse right and left, plus a little sort of mound with some rough on down the right side. So really, you've got to hit the ball down, not just the fairway, but the left side of the fairway.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over.
Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is gone.
just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway. 180 yards to go. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. With a good read, might have been able to make it from that distance, but not to be. These putts keep the round together. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Under par for the round. Heading for home now, Frank. The par 3 14, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of this green up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly it more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Settles in over the putt. Could it be? Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Strong wind here early in the round. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. What a sensational putt that was, Frank.
Unbelievable. Pace, line, everything to perfection.
Just a couple of feet. And he makes it for a bogey here. Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. And from the fairway for his second shot here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Third shot, looking for a good one. Getting set now over the putt. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Pretty good shot right there. And setting up here in the rough.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Nothing wrong with that par putt.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Did the job right there.
Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchia, and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left. Took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchia and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just 1 hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And, of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchia was crowned the Open champion.
The Great White Sharks so often so unlucky at major championships. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Frank, this is a hole, number 18, where you don't want to be in a hurry to get to the clubhouse.
Yeah, there's out of bounds just off the back of this green, so you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. Don't go long.
Yeah, OB is just steps from the clubhouse. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Down, little Sheba. Down! Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Moves to -8. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo here in the state of Arizona, getting set for a wonderful day of golf. The Grand Canyon is the site for the action today. And Frank, how about this golf course?
Amazing, Rich. From a design point of view, absolute genius. But if you're like me and suffer a little bit from vertigo, don't look down, because the cliffs all the way down to the Colorado River, well, it's an enormous drop-off. So ball that doesn't find the fairway, you'll be re-teeing.
All right, Frank, we are set to tee off here at the first. You need to gather your nerve, because this is a drive across the canyon.
It's certainly not for the faint of heart, Rich. Normally there's a soft opening hole on golf courses. Well, there isn't one here. 471 yards from the tee to the middle of the green, and well, that in itself is enough to sort of worry you. You see that rock crop in the distance? Somehow you've got to get that tee shot just left of that without going in the canyon.
And how about the walk across that rickety old bridge?
Well, one day we'll put a cable car through there, but yeah, exactly. Once you've made that tee shot, yeah, then the walk across there, that's got to be at least a couple of hundred yards. And once again, don't look down.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Shouldn't be a problem here. And so just getting started, even par so far, and getting ready for the putt. Solid par. So, Frank, our first par 3, it's the second hole, and that green is kind of lonely out there.
Plus, it's built up a little. As you can see, nearly a perfect circle. Hole is 285 yards, and the two bunkers in front, really, they're not that bad. They'll save a shot, really, from sort of bouncing elsewhere. But really, anything on the green you'd take right now.
285 yards, that's a long poke, but again, it is downhill, 36 feet downhill to that green. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. What was he thinking there? Frank, this is where a golfer's mind is really tested here after hitting one out of bounds.
Well, on the flip side, though, Rich, you know what you've done wrong. So erase it. Time to put a good swing on it.
This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Solid play, heart of the green. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close. And just a great shot.
Frank, this is where you want to step away from the controller for just a second.
Yeah, good. Mr. Good just met Mr. Bad.
Everything's scary on this golf course, Frank.
You could lay up and just play it as a three-shotter. But then again, how many times do you get to play in amongst the Grand Canyon?
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Second shot.
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, that was a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, he's done well to minimize the damage.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Settles in over the putt. Best start, 2 over par. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
1 under on the day.
This is the fourth hole. It is relatively short at 345 yards, but what a wild layout.
It is. This is almost shaped like an L to the right. Very, very sharp dogleg right. Especially when we look above, you can see that big rock pile in the middle there. There's a sliver down that right side. You play a little pinball and perhaps get to the green that way. But this isn't just about aiming down the left, Rich. You've got to get that right distance off the tee. Otherwise, you can hit it too far, be blocked out, hit it short, blocked out. So for a short hole, very deceptive.
Frank, it took some prodding to get me up in the hot air balloon, but now that we're here, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The views are just to die for.
Well, Rich, it certainly was a first for me as well to call golf from a hot air balloon, but I guess we did have the best seat in the house to see all of the canyon from that area. The way in which the golf course weaves its way through, I think is just is something that I've never seen before. Donkeys instead of caddies, the bison tee markers. You could almost see history evolve in that, and the fact that we now have a golf course in this area, and we have a bird's eye view of it.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Makes it and moves to 1 over. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Now at -2 for the day. All right, Frank, let's see what he does.
Yeah, blind tee shot. This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet.
That was not a very good read right there. Frank, this birdie putt is from downtown.
Well, if you want to build a skyscraper, you've got to knock a few of these in. Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
And he's putting for par now.
One over for the day. Just a tap in to finish the hole. That takes him to 1 under on the day.
Well, hop on board, Frank, here at the par 5 sixth. There's the moving train.
Hopefully it's the birdie train and not the bogey train. The archers, as the train just passes by, they have to also be negotiated. Catch one a little high and maybe a little too good, and you might hit the top of that. Somehow keep it underneath that, and you'll see the hole start to bend to the left. This par 5 is reachable, but it is going to take some doing. It's a rocky road.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Second from an excellent lie.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Moving a little left of the flagstick, Frank. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. And setting up here in the rough.